Sixth grade, that's when like the turning point started.
Mm.
We talked about this a little bit. Like I was bullied for a week. I was like shunned by the sixth grade class.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd been very popular in elementary school. I was a little bratty. I was like I was the sun and everyone was in my orbit, you know?
Right.
Like I recently opened my diary and it's just like I was like, you needed to get bullied. You deserved this.
I don't know about that, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was just like, ooh.
You were 10 feet tall and bulletproof.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I went to my mom and I said, I think I need to go to a therapist. I think I'm depressed. And that's when the nutritionist was introduced to my life.
What does nutrition have to do with depression? Why did that happen?
Well, the solution was girls are jealous, and if you're thin, then you'll be fine, kind of thing. And it was also, I mean, I don't know. It was also at the turning point with ice skating as the pressure was mounting.
Uh-huh.
For years, I had, ballet teachers, skating coaches, whatever, be like, don't drink soda, don't do whatever, like, you're gaining weight, blah, blah, blah. And then when I was younger, they didn't say it to me, but they said it to my mom nonstop.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And so this nutritionist, my dad sent his patients to her. And that's when my eating disorder started. It was a lifestyle. It wasn't a diet. It was a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I would go in every week. She would weigh me and then she would tell me exactly what to eat when. All non-fat, low fat, no carb. I couldn't even eat avocado because it had too much fat.
Oh my God.
Like it was like highly processed, like
highly processed.
Yeah, it was all like think thin bar, half of a think thin bar or 100-calorie pack, like the early aughts bullshit.
Yes.
Diet culture rampant.
Yeah.
And like this woman who was my nutritionist became like a mother figure to me because my mom would get like anxious about me losing weight or whatever. And at a certain point, my mom wasn't allowed in the office.
Why?
Because she yelled too much.
At you?
At both of us, I guess. I don't remember. I'm
so
excited.
What do you think was going on for Susan in this? I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, it's okay.
No, I'll talk about it.
But what do you think was going on? Because why was she yelling about it?
She gets that way sometimes where it's just like, I mean, I think my dad wasn't home a lot and she was getting a lot of pressure and this one was a lot of money and where were the results? And I ate French fries and I wasn't supposed to eat French fries. And I'd be like, well, I could have a treat meal. She said I could have a treat meal. You know, it was just kind of like her anxiety played out. But that woman didn't want to deal with that. She just wanted the money and to dole out the
formula.
Yeah.
Again. You're in a formula.
Yeah.
That's interesting that everything was so formulaic.
Everything. Control.
Very rigid.
Completely. And that's why I think this is in reaction to that. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, you're fabulous.
I love myself.
What are you talking about?
But like, I refuse, like there is no monolithic answer. And like, I was counting calories. I was like weighing myself. And like, that's like
exhausting.
I was anorexic. I was fully anorexic. And like, I just have this memory. So 6th grade, I lose the weight. I start skating better. Not really. Like I'm so fragile. 7th grade, I was the thinnest I ever was. Like so thin that like you could see like my elbow joints kind of thing.
God.
I saw a video of me skating and it's just like I have like the intention of a personality, but I like you can tell that there's just like no power behind it. And I just remember in 7th grade, like she would have me drink these like 24-gram protein shakes, like vanilla protein shakes from Trader Joe's. And they would be warm and I would like drink them at my locker and all my friends would be like, what are you drinking? I'm like, it has 24 grams of protein and that's more protein than most things have, and like, that's where I lived. And like by the 7th grade, when they tried to bully me again, I was so dissociated that it didn't matter to me. Like I was so numb. And so like, I learned that if I controlled my body, I would feel in control. That like I was impervious to shunning. I was impervious to anything if I looked right. And
it also made your mother happy. That's complicated. As my mom told me I was fat all the time.
Yeah.
And my mom had me eat, I called it macrobiotic, although I don't know that's exactly what it was. It was all healthy nothing processed, no sugar of any kind.
Wow.
No refined sugar, no unrefined sugar, no fast food, no, I mean, my choices for beverage was like a fruit juice, maybe.
Yeah.
And she wasn't trying to regulate my weight. I might have weighed like 60 pounds holding 2 cement blocks.
Wow.
I was the skinniest. My dad used to say, you look like your bones are going to like break off and stick up in you. They're like stick person. I look at pictures of me now and I was skinny. But I wasn't controlling my food. I wasn't eating because I was depressed as a child too from being with my mom. I'd go to my dad's house and eat like a freaking like a vacuum. I'd eat everything that got in my path because I was starving. I didn't want to eat chicken and broccoli again.
Yeah.
Or you know, black-eyed peas and chicken again. And I wanted something else to eat.
Yeah.
You know. But that control portion is so difficult to get out of.
Well, I was allowed 2 treat meals or 3 treat items a week.
2 treat meals or 3 treat items. Well, you take the meal, right?
I stopped doing any of them.
Well, I would imagine, yeah.
I felt powerful if I only did 1 treat item. I felt powerful if I only did 1 treat meal. And so that's sort of when, like, I remember I like got food poisoning and I was like, oh, and I lost weight. I got to my goal weight because I had food poisoning. And I was like, oh, okay. Like that's a way to lose weight. And I remember like taking a shower in my mom's shower and just like thinking about vomiting and like regurgitated some steak. And I was like, oh, I can do that. And so that's like when the seed was planted, but like it was full blown anorexia. And it was like, you know, I was going to a specialist every week who was like, you're doing such a good job. I want to do a cookbook and put you on the cover.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because she had no idea. Because she was out to lunch.
Because she was in her own yo-yo diet cycle.
I was going to say.
And like the number on the scale was right.